Summit has been a staple event in the Smash community for a very long time now, starting with Melee and then working its way up to Ultimate. We wanted a Summit for a very long time, us, the Ultimate community, and when we finally got it, we all jumped for joy, and it was something to really relish in, but we didn't truly understand just how special of an event it is.
So you know that we out there.
Beyond the Summit is a very special event. It's an event that we have every single year in the Smash community, which actually started with Melee, but then transpired all the way into Ultimate. It's an event that is one of a kind. You can't really replicate it at all, especially with the love, passion, creativity, and of course innovation that happens with each installment of the tournament series.
If you could say one thing to Summit, what would you say?
Just thank you for everything. It's like an opportunity that's like so unique to itself that I'm just grateful.
How do you feel, I guess, personally about like what Summit's done for like us, the Smash scene?
Too much, honestly. Like, I think with them being gone, it's like, I just think Summit was always, whether it's like as a competitor or as a spectator, whatever it may be, like something everyone looked forward to.
I really appreciate the opportunity that you guys gave to Ultimate. Watching Melee summits or just watching other summits have always been really amazing experience, and as a player that never had a summit back in the Smash 4, I've always wanted to come here, and being here is always cool. Thank you so much for everything you did for Smash and for the things that you probably will keep doing for Melee. So yeah, thank you very much for everything, and whatever you guys do, you will have our support.
Sadly, that is all coming to an end because Beyond the Summit is no more. Ultimate Summit 6 actually just finished, and I had the opportunity to go there, thankfully, due to my loving community and of course one of my best friends, Void. And so I went there mainly to support him in his run, but of course to be able to, I guess, bask in the final moments of what is one of the most historical events ever to have come to the Smash community. And for that, I'm pretty grateful.
I'm really grateful for everything Beyond the Summit has done for the Smash community. They've done a lot, and I'm just glad to be a part of one, at least before it goes down. So.
Through the trials and tribulations of the, I want to say, Summit voting process and the dramas that come with that, there's also a beauty in that drama as well. Sometimes, at least. The hostility, of course, never welcomed. But when it comes to the community coming together to actually push for players to get the opportunity of a lifetime like no other, it really does show a semblance of what it means to actually be a Smasher.
Like amazing. It's always this like big thing. Everyone thinks of it so highly. Obviously, that's why like every single year you see people get mad about the voting, but every single year everyone comes back because it's just like this big thing that, you know what I mean? It's
Complain about the voting process, can proceed to donate.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Upon going to Summit, I live 5 minutes away. I'm very close. And, you know, I've been in a Summit. So I'm very grateful to actually say that I had the opportunity again to be able to participate and be a part of the magic that is Summit. I notably had the death bracket from hell. You know, I was active, but not too active. You know, PGR pretty much any season I took seriously in my competitive career. One of the best players in Brawl and Smash 4. I mean, Ultimate too. 26 is nothing to laugh at, right? So, you know, accomplished in my own rights, but during that time, I was going against the fucking world to get into this event. My community came together and we made that shit happen.
Yes! Yes! Fuck yes! Yes! Oh, shit.
Thank you to everyone who voted NAKAT. He's so happy. He's in tears.
Yeah! Woo!
And then I got there, have a pool with MKLeo, Gluto, Light, to then actually run into Proto. So I literally just had a death bracket. And you know, people had their opinions on that. There were people that were happy to see me there. It was a great opportunity nonetheless. I had fun. At first, I was so frustrated with like the trolls and the haters and blah blah blah. But then I was like, yo, you can never take away all the shit I've accomplished in my career. So fuck it. I'm gonna go out with a bang and just try to beat these guys, have a good time, and learn as much as possible.
I like this event's helped me improve so much, and the atmosphere's always been perfect. Yeah. I always appreciate what they've done. I know a few of the staff too, cool. And I know how hard they work for it, and that's why I'd say thank you for making just like a perfect invitational event that a lot of players, like companies, have tried to copy, and they just never did.
That opportunity gave me, I guess, motivation to get back into the swing of things when it comes to competing. And like real rap, I didn't want to go out like that regardless of playing people that fucking good. Like, I don't care, because when you're a competitor, at the end of the day, you always have to believe that you could do it, that you have it in yourself to do it, right? Respect, but not completely admire.
Like something in my mind told me, hey, try it, maybe something happens, you know? Yeah. So yeah, I'm really happy of being here. Even if I win or if I lose tomorrow, I'm gonna be like grinding a lot. This may be the last summit, but it's not gonna be my last tournament. So all is leveling up.
After summit, I still kind of went into hiatus. Like I kind of was focusing on other things, right? And so I thought, damn, this is gonna be the last one. I got to get to this event. Like I gotta get here. Not only that, right? I have to take advantage, practice as hard as I can, and also I need to record a video. And what better way to pay tribute to something so important to the Smash community than actually recording the whole damn thing? When it comes to that, right, I just said, yo, I'm going to this Summit 6. I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to see friends. And I'm going to practice my ass off, especially given the fact that I've kind of been isolated since the beginning of this month. This year. I've had a very hard year due to medical things that I don't even understand. That's why I'm not even uploading as much as I used to, by the way, guys. Like, it's been a hard year. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I needed to be with people.
How do you feel going in? Like, what does this all mean to you?
Well, let's see. Okay, first of all, it's at the start, it's very it's cool. It's like, wow, I made it to Summit, and then when the day actually comes, like, oh my god, it's scary. Am I gonna fit in? Like all these people. Woke up this morning, me and Apollo were like trying to find the shuttle. We don't even know what we're doing. Now that I'm actually here, it's a lot more relaxed. It's really cool. It's kind of like, wow, this is kind of where it all happens. It's kind of like learning how the food is made, or like behind the scenes.
Yep.
You know, growing old. I'm like, so that's
how it works.
That's how it works. That's really cool.
From the moment that you walk into the venue, you see just a hallway of accomplishments, whether it be posters of each event they've put on or canvases of each winner of each summit. You could tell that there was a straight passion and devotion to making sure that everything was a memory the moment that you walk in there, and you get to feel the exclusivity of being a part of something that great. And for the Smash scene, especially again coming from Brawl, we didn't have shit. To this day, we're still broke. Comparatively to other esports, it is hard to be a Smasher, because as popular as the game is and as much as you love it, Nintendo does not acknowledge us. We do not have funding. We are broke as fuck. Literally. And so to sustain yourself in this community, it's almost as if you always have to go into Smash, pop off, and then use it as a stepping stone to branch out into other things. Even on the content side of things, where Smash content isn't as poppin' as it once was, right? And so Summit gives players that ability to be seen by such a broader audience due to all the other demographics they reach. And so getting into Summit isn't just about competing for what's usually one of the biggest prize pools of the year for our game. It's about being able to actually put yourself out there in front of an audience and at least have people know who you are, what you represent, and what you're about.
You get to be yourself here while doing your favorite thing to do, which is kick ass and Smash. Nothing else really offers it like Summit did, and that's one of the reasons I think it's a very bittersweet event, especially on Sunday.
Being at Summit this time was crazy, because with the news already being out there that this was the final one, the staff was still very much all smiles and happy. Like you would almost think that it wasn't the last Summit with how people were acting. You kind of felt like, oh well, all right, like Like, nobody's crying or nobody has a anger on their face. Nobody's like half-assing their job. They were still working to the point where you just couldn't tell. And it wasn't until the end of the event that we actually were able to find out and understand, like, wow, like, this is it. And I think, you know, during that speech after Akola won, and they brought everybody to the front from BTS, and you could see them on the camera. Like, that was a moment. Like, even Charles, like, notably too, like, holding back tears. And I mean, I was recording the thing, and I just being so a part of, like, being a part of the scene for so long and understanding what every opportunity means for the scene as a whole, it made me, like, I was kind of choking up. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had to hold back tears several times because I figured it out. Like at that moment I knew. And as each set went by and as we got closer and closer to the end of the event, it was kind of like a build up, because you know that the end is coming. It's coming. And man, honestly, I didn't even really expect to rant like this at all. Like, damn. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. Let me talk a little bit more about the event itself and probably my experience hanging out with people.
Dude, it's too much to say in, like, just words, I guess, just immediately. But, like, for one thing, obviously, thank you, you know, for everything. Obviously, being part of Smash history, growing the Smash community and whatnot, hosting these amazing events. For me personally, like, I've improved so much off of these tournaments. Like, they're the best tournaments free. Like, you know, like they're so high quality. The catering is just insane. The overall quality in general is just ridiculous.
Highlights of the event for me, of course, were was Void beating Spargo. Had some discourse on the internet talking about Void. Well, not even just specifically Void, but Vodin's not doing shit. And so Void dispelled that immediately by beating Spargo. Some corny discourse, some cringe discourse, but it is what it is, and this is what always happens when it comes to Summit. Some bullshit. People got opinions, but at the end of the day, the only thing you can do is just be happy that you are there and know that Summit isn't this person deserved to be there. It's however you earn it through the voting process. And if you qualify to even be a part of the voting process, well, then you've already deserved and earned your right to campaign. So, if you got in through fair means of campaigning because you had the requirements to do so, you technically deserve to be there. So, anyway, Void actually popped off, and I was very happy about that, especially as he's taken a back seat to competing in Smash due to consecration and other opportunities out there, because he kind of understands just the general scope or just the larger scope of what is going on relatively when it comes to just trying to sustain yourself in this space. Big D's run, I was very happy about that. Of course, being a Brawl Ice Climbers player, which he actually pays tribute to. He doesn't use my color because he respects the Brawl vets. And it's nice. There are a couple more Brawl vets there too. Like, fucking DSS was there. I'm just like, yo, I didn't, like, straight up, I have a soft spot for the Brawl vets. And of course, the commentators, you know, mainly like TK and EE and Coney, I have seen them get dragged through the mud back in the day, even trying to make it to this point. It was hard going negative at events. I'll drive 14 hours to your tournament just to get a spot on the mic. People, especially in the commentary space, I'm very happy that this final summit especially had TK, EE, Coney. Like, especially because if anybody deserved it, especially with all the work that they've done for so fucking long, it was them, right? And of course, Charles and Haz, in my opinion, are some of the, newer generation commentators, and I do this loosely because they've been around for a minute now, but those are also people that not only are very proficient and excel at their craft, but they work damn hard to be able to get the mic time that they get and the opportunities they get. And I think that's something that's lost in general, not just with commentary and just competing and just being good at the game. I feel like people think that it's just a one-way ticket. Bam, I just did all this work 1 year, I deserve to be in a top 8, and it just doesn't work that way at all.
Being here makes it so much more different because when I've always watched the summit, right?
Yep.
And it's like, oh snap, summit week is happening.
Yep.
Cut my plans out, like whatever I'm doing, like I'm watching summit, right?
Yeah.
Like, but now I'm here and I'm like, I've only been here for like 20 minutes, but I'm like, how is this going away? Like, I'm so sad.
I was happy that they were killing it, and they were killing it. I mean, shit, they made the Akola set hype to listen to. That's the first time I ever had fun listening to Steve at all. But, you know, also getting to play Akola personally and just getting to play my Sora against all these other people gave me the experience I needed, because I've mostly been playing online and I needed to play other top players with Sora. Like, I needed that specific experience where I'm gonna get hard punished to the max if I fuck up. And I think that's kind of where Ultimate is at the moment. Like, you get hit, you are eating so much damage. People's combo games and punish games have gotten insane. And so it put things into perspective personally of my own skill level currently at the game right now. And woof, if I want to be top 10, I got work to do. I'm very well still PGR level, but it's different when you're in that top 10 to 20 threshold. Like, it's different. It hits way different. And of course, with that being my goal, I gotta do it. And with that being my goal, I'm very well aware of, like, even that doesn't have a high payoff because we broke. But I love Smash. It's baked into my DNA. And I know that I can pursue Smash while, of course, still doing other things. I want to be pro in Street Fighter. You know, I love playing multiverses. I want to be a variety content creator. Just because I want to do those things doesn't mean it takes away from my love for Smash or my ability to play Smash or anything of that sort. Just proper time management and balancing things as per usual.
This being the last summit sucks because, one, it doesn't feel like it because the staff is not lackluster or half-assed about anything. Same great experience, same great treatment. And we just know, like, this is going to be a hype-ass event, so it just sucks knowing we're not going to have a follow-up to this eventually, you know what I'm saying? But it's been a hell of a ride. I'm 6 for 6 on attending events, GOAT status. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be insane, and we're going to bring it to another level, especially on Sunday for the finals.
Summit, the staff like 100% has been like some of the greatest people I've like met throughout the Smash community, and it sucks to know what's happening to them, but it also sucks just to know that like, just like right now it feels like the Smash community is just taking so many hits. Yeah. And this is a big one. So I'm hoping that we bounce back from it, but as far as a Summit only perspective, it sucks, and I hope everybody lands back on their feet, and I hope we find something akin to Summit in the future.
To close us out, Summit 6 was a remarkable experience. Being able to see everybody again was great. Being able to see some people for the last time, hopefully not, was also great as well. Again, I don't think we're ever going to get anything like Summit again. Genuinely. Like, there will be invitationals, but none will be able to match the production and level of craft this Summit has had. And honestly, I'd be very surprised if it did happen. And if it did, that's great. That's good for the scene. That's good for us. It's good for them. I'm hoping personally one day Beyond the Summit can come back. Same staff, maybe new faces. I'm hoping that the staff for Summit all find new homes. They're a very talented bunch. I think that they have what it takes to be successful in any department or any direction that they go in. The matches, I think this was peak Ultimate. Like, genuinely peak Ultimate. I think this was the best display of Ultimate to come, and I'm really excited for what the future of the game holds. Like, straight up, I wanted this Summit to be kick ass. If this was going to be the last one, we needed to make this shit pop off, and it did. And everybody that was there did a good job. Special shout outs to anybody I played, anybody I had a conversation with. Thanks to all that did interviews, gave input, told me how they felt about Summit. And yeah, man, thank you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to the community, both the good and the haters. Thank you. And I will catch you guys on the next one. All right, take it easy. Peace out.